Hey everyone, Robert Ferringo of DocSports here with another college football free play video. Be sure to check us out at DocSports.com. That's DocSports.com. And make sure that you like and subscribe the DocSports YouTube channel. Also, check down in the description for links to our free 60 page. That's $60 that we are giving you absolutely free. You are welcome. You can use that $60 at DocSports to purchase any package from any handicapper in any sport that you want. Also, I got a couple promo codes down there. Ringo1 gets you 10% off any of my packages in any sport, and the promo code 20 years will get you 20% off absolutely any football package from myself, Rafael Esparza, or Strike Point Sports. The three of us are celebrating our 20th football season. That's right, 20 years with Doc Sports. So we're trying to share the love and get you guys involved to help us celebrate. All right, today's free play is Michigan State at number 3, Indiana. This one kicks off at 3:30 on Saturday, October 18th. Michigan State is a 26.5-point underdog right now, and the total is sitting at 52.5. And can we just, he's been getting a lot of love this week, and he deserves it all. So can we all just tip our hat to Curt Cignetti? This truly is one of the most unbelievable turnarounds that we have ever seen in college football. In less than 2 years, Cignetti took Indiana football, and has them in the top 5 and one of the favorites to win the national championship. That's absolutely unbelievable. I was at home back in New York last weekend trying to explain that to someone. I'm like, that's like taking the Binghamton basketball team and bringing them to the Final Four and making them like national title contenders. So, or what Florida Atlantic did a couple of years ago, where they had that 2-year run where they were one of the best teams in the country. Like, truly amazing what Indiana has done. Now, we can enjoy and celebrate what they've done, but is it time to start betting against this team? Now, I am absolutely not in a hurry because of how good they've been against the spread over the last 2 seasons. But this is a pure letdown situation for the Indiana Hoosiers. They're back at home after a massive upset last week at Oregon. They were 7.5-point road underdogs in Autzen. I think a lot of people thought they could be competitive in that game. I don't think a lot of people thought that they were going to win that game, and they really dominated it. Do they have a letdown here? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in a hurry to bet against Indiana because they've shown that they can be really good bullies. They're really good at just punishing teams that they are physically better than. Remember a few weeks ago, that big Illinois game that people thought was going to be a defining moment in the Big Ten title race this year? That wasn't much of a game. Indiana won that one 63-10. Then they turned around, went on the road, and won at Iowa, and then won at Oregon. They're 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. So again, jump in front of that freight train at your own risk. Now, Michigan State is 2-8 against the spread in their last 10 games. They were able to sneak in the back door against USC on the road as a 19-point underdog. So the last time they were a massive underdog in Big Ten play, they were able to cash that ticket, but they did it barely. Last year, they lost 47-10 against the same Indiana team. Actually, no, probably a worse Indiana team. I think that this year's Hoosiers are a little bit tougher, a little bit better at the skill positions than last year's Indiana team was. I'm actually looking at the total for my free play here. That number is sitting at 52.5. I kind of like the over. I think if Indiana does have a little bit of a letdown in this game, I think it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe they give up a few big plays or a few more points than we expect them to. The over is 4-1 in Michigan State's 5 games this year. It's 3-2 in Indiana's last 5 games. The over is 12-5 in the last 17 meetings between Indiana and Michigan State. And the over is 8-3 in Indiana's last 11 home games. Remember the Illinois game that I mentioned? Remember, the score of that one was 63-10. So if this is a situation where Indiana does what they have done over the last 2 years and absolutely just bullies an overmatched opponent, I can see them scoring in the 40s. That's what they do in these types of situations. But I do think that Michigan State has a decent amount of offensive ability. Their quarterback, Aiden Childs, really hasn't developed the way that we were expecting him to. In his 3rd year with Jonathan Smith and his 2nd year with Michigan State. However, I do think that Michigan State is capable of sneaking, 17, maybe 20 points that they put on the board if they end up losing like 44-20 or something like that. But either way, I like the over. I think that 52.5 is a little bit too low, especially when we consider the explosiveness that we've seen out of this Indiana offense. So take the over. That is our free play for today. Be sure to check back for more. Until next time, carpe diem and good luck.